A very warm welcome to today's edition of Money Moves. I am Melissa Inokera, the FMDQ studios in Lagos.
And I am Grace Agbaragu. It's Tuesday, December 23rd. This is your Money Moves.
All right, let's tee off with your news now. Bank Al Maghrib has issued a special 250 dirham silver coin and a 100 dirhams commemorative banknote to mark Morocco hosting the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. The designs feature King Mohammed VI football motifs, African unity, and Moroccan culture. Both the coin and banknote were fully designed and produced by Moroccan experts and are legal tender. In Kenya, the Capital Markets Authority has approved Safaricom PLC and Airtel Money Kenya Limited to operate as intermediary service platform providers in a move to expand digital access to regulated investment products. The regulator also licensed CC Kenya Securities Limited, trading as Capital.com, as a dealing online foreign exchange broker. CMA said the approvals will boost competition, widen investor choice, and strengthen participation in Kenya's capital markets through digital platforms. Private market activity across the Middle East and North Africa is gaining momentum, with the Gulf's private equity sector recording strong double-digit growth. Driven by sovereign wealth funds, family offices, and global investors, capital is flowing into sectors such as healthcare, education, fintech, and consumer services. The session examines how investors can manage governance, regulatory, and liquidity risks while positioning for the region's rapid economic transformation. Here are excerpts.
My view is today in the kingdom, we are giving emerging market returns for developed market risks. And that's based on everything that we've done, based on what the regulators have accomplished in the past few years, leveling the field between buyers and sellers. And I always say that capital goes where it's treated well. The missing piece, in my opinion, especially on the private debt side, is to build the right opportunity set for all asset managers to come and check them out and price them at the right level. We've embarked on a strategy 3 years ago to build infrastructure as an asset class. I think we've done pretty well with BlackRock and I Squared. We've announced our partnership with Brookfield on the private equity side, and there are many others that you guys will be hearing about very soon. And now we're in deep discussions with Goldman and others on the private debt. And I'm sure it's a matter of time until we have the entire offer of products and the ecosystem of private market going hand in hand with a very strong capital market and public market in the kingdom.
In Morocco, Pitcairn Food Industries has signed a contract to establish an $8 million production facility in the Sokra Industrial Zone, part of the Suez Canal Economic Zone. The facility is expected to start production in early 2027 with an annual capacity of 18,000 tons of frozen potatoes and vegetables and 73 million ready-to-eat meals for aviation, hotels, hospitals, industry, humanitarian relief, and export markets. The project is expected to create 450 direct jobs and is part of government efforts to expand high export potential industries. Meanwhile, in Mozambique, technology company MSource has laid the first stone of its industrial unit for assembling mobile phones and laptops in Mozambique in a project valued at $3 million. The initiative marks a milestone for the country's technology sector, aimed at reducing dependence on imported products. The factory will feature 2 semi-automated assembly lines, a testing and quality control lab, and a packaging line, with initial production of 80,000 units per month and potential to reach 300,000 units. Initial output will include 2G and 4G feature phones, 4G smart feature phones, and mid-range 4G smartphones, with future plans to assemble laptops and small household appliances. In Ghana, government officials have briefed the public on measures to strengthen accountability and transparency in public governance, highlighting oversight, responsible spending, and institutional reforms. Let's listen.
I, Chairman Wontumi, the chief promoter of Wontumi Farms, Exim Bank approved a medium-term loan facility of 18,734,260 Ghana cedis, which included a grant component of 6,718,718, and Chairman Wontumi, acting as the chief executive officer of Wontumi Farms Limited, and Thomas Nchiboseako as director of Wontumi Farms Limited. The offer letter indicated that the approval of the medium-term loan facility was subject to the bank's terms and conditions. The loan offer letter further stated that the loan was secured with 10,000 acres of farmland of Wontumi Farms at Asarinkwanta. The breakdown of the approved 18.7 million loan as per the offer letter was as follows. A. Purchase of agricultural plant and machinery, working capital, and then grant staff costs and consultancy fees. As part of the pre-disbursement conditions of the loan, Wontumi Farms Limited was to do the following, among others: execute an equitable mortgage over the land earmarked for the project, submit a valuation report on the land to be used as collateral, execute a lease agreement over the equipment, provide a letter of undertaking from off-takers to make payments in the joint names of Ghana Exim Bank and Wontumi Farms Limited, and then finally submit copies of the contract with the National Buffer Stock Company, under which Wontumi Farms was to supply the food items to Buffer Stock.
Finally, on News Now, NIB Insurance, Ethiopia's insurance firm, reported pre-tax profit of 457.9 million birr for the financial year ended June 2025. The company posted gross written premium income of 1.74 billion birr, up 37% year-on-year, while total insurance revenue rose 19% to 1.5 billion birr. General insurance contributed 90.9% of total premiums, with motor insurance accounting for 49% of that segment. Total assets reached 4.1 billion birr, up 20.6%, and total liabilities rose to 2.4 billion birr. Earnings per share stood at 153 birr, a 30.6% increase. The company recorded a total underwriting surplus of 602.6 million birr, supported by general insurance despite a life assurance deficit. I am Melissa Enoch, and that's it on News Now this Tuesday. The show returns shortly with Grace at the archives room, giving us our market updates. Stick around.
We are, as you know, we are Pan-African. It's in our DNA. It's the DNA of householding of our parent group. And our investment thesis is even named after Africa, Africa capitalism. But you know, I can't talk about deals or things that are in motion. I think what I can tell you is that the way we have come today to make an announcement on the second pillar, on flares elimination, I think let's watch this space. We think we would have some announcements to make on the third pillar in the coming months, year 2026. And then for Africa, I think that I have to say, wait, you'll be one of the very first to know. But you should know that we are very active. We've met in a number of the locations in Africa as we are trying to play out and build our Africa playbook. But take that aside, we are looking, and this today is just an indication that we are looking to be impactful in energy, in Nigeria and in Africa.
Welcome back to Money Moves. Let's now go over to Grace for today's market update. Hello there, Grace.
Thank you, Melissa. Let's track how the markets traded today, starting off with the equities. The Nigerian Stock Exchange extended its rally, rising 0.59%. The BROVM fell by 0.13% to 340.32. The Nairobi Securities Exchange fell 0.64% to 183.59. In South Africa, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange added 0.60%. And in North Africa, Egypt's EGS 30 gained 0.77%, while Morocco's MASI slipped 0.24%. Let's do a quick round of some of the Pan-African currencies. The Rand weakened 0.14% to 16.69 against the US dollar. The Egyptian pound eased 0.13%. The CFA franc strengthened 0.46% to 555.91, and the Kenyan shilling was flat at 128.91. The Moroccan dirham firmed 0.15%, and the naira strengthened 0.18% to 1,454 naira 51 kobo. Let's switch into the commodity data deck, beginning with energy prices. Brent crude rose 0.27% to $62.24, while US WTI advanced 0.31% to $58.19. Natural gas surged 4.31% to $4.13, and RBOB gasoline ticked up 0.15% to $1.74 as at 13:13 GMT. Finally, two soft prices. Cocoa slipped 0.46% to $5,860, while coffee gained 0.81% to $350.15. Cotton rose 0.42%, palm oil increased 0.31% to $986.47, and sugar climbed 0.53% to $15.07 as at 13:21 GMT. And that's our Money Moves markets today. Back to you, Melissa.
On how the markets wrapped up today. And that's it on today's edition of Money Moves. From me and the rest of the team here at the FMDQ studios, we say thank you very much for watching and bye for now.